AITA for asking my stepdaughter's absentee mom why I'm expected to stick up for her when she doesn't? My 31F husband of 9 years was left by his ex-wife after 5 years of marriage 13 years ago. She left my stepdaughter behind and claimed that my husband and his family were tarnishing their daughter with LDS ideology and that she didn't have the strength to deal with his family's money. She also started a conspiracy theory that my husband's family knew, through marriage, business partnerships, or by blood to a lot of the lawyers, judges, cops in the area. Which is completely ludicrous. Because my husband didn't want her to disrupt the daughter who she willingly abandoned, my husband sent her a final lump sum payment after his alimony to her was ended, and she agreed to stop trying to angrily disrupt his family's lives via tantrums or slander. She still had the opportunity to demand regular visitation, to arrange something semi-regular for holidays. The best she could do was a few birthday cards and friending/following Veronica on social media once she got a Facebook and Instagram. My husband and I have our own 2 sons, 9 and 4. Veronica, now 18, has a very argumentative, self-righteous personality. It's been hard, since I met her, to have any conversations with her, and the only way to peace was avoidance. At some point, I decided to defer to my husband when he said it was no use talking to somebody who answers everything with pure emotion. And he told me to stop playing the game of trying to please Veronica and to just not engage when I suspect she's moody. So Veronica began claiming that my husband's policy of not engaging was him ignoring her. As she became a teen, she'd start parroting her birth mom's view and would say she hated my husband's religious values. In response, we decided to not engage and just focus on providing a happy childhood for our sons. She is now a legal adult who just graduated high school. The last straw came when my husband complained about a business partner being annoying at dinner. She rolled her eyes and said, "Then just give up the property you own with him for free. It's just money." I'd never pretend to like somebody I didn't just for money. I'd just quit if I didn't like my coworkers, not complain about it all the time. I think that mockery of my husband made him say enough. He told me afterwards how angry he was at her. I'm sure some might argue my husband is overreacting and holds grudges he shouldn't, but the disrespect is clear. Long story short, my husband asked Veronica to leave, and when she refused, he wanted to file to evict. In response, she texted him she's leaving and she'll do fine without him, and gave him her house keys saying, "I hope you are happy." My husband asks over text if she's voluntarily vacating, and she replies, "Call it what you want, I'm leaving." She then comes back days later begging for forgiveness. My husband refuses to let her back in and asked if I had any input on this, which I stayed silent on since he was aggravated. Her mom gets involved, finds me on Instagram, and asks me if my son was in her place if I would beg my husband to let him back in even if my husband got angry at me. I told her that was a moot point. Her mom is mad that I refused to do anything to plead her case. I reply that why should I stick my neck out for her child when she has never done so in any meaningful way. I know I'd never abandon my sons ever, even in the face of imminent physical danger to myself. AITA?